Hello to all the amazing people, TheNeomare here, and welcome to some more Citizen Sleeper. So last time we found some hope. We found some hope for the lamb and his daughter, and also the game didn't save when I ended the cycle, so we're gonna go feed the kitty cat. Probably it's because the kitty cat, right? Gonna end the cycle now. I did like the way I finished the last video though. I think I might be doing that more often than not. For those who are first time here, there's gonna be a link in the playlist below. What did I say? There's gonna be a link to the playlist below in the comments and description, yeah, so you can watch this wonderful game from the start. It's a heavily narrative driven game. It starts a little bit tense and very tactical and strategic, but very soon you, after you work over the hurdles of the start and remove the tracker from the corporation that's tracking you, and once you stabilized when it comes to repairing your body and all that good stuff, then you are fine. Anyhow, then you have plenty of cash, and then you choose what decisions you make, what the story unfolds, and all that good stuff. Anyway, we're gonna need some food here, so build the steel. Really? I cannot eat while you're building the steel? How dare you? Port exchange. We're waiting for Emphas. Yeah, I guess there's no place to eat. I guess we can go and eat here. It's not the best possible place, but we'll do what we have to do here. Right, we got a positive outcome with a tree. Oh, that's really nice. Okay. Cool. So I think our farm is growing up nicely, so we don't have to do anything right there right now. Yep, that's good. And that means let's go and try to see if we can get Lamb and his daughter on top of the colony ship. They would really like to go to a planet, start their life there. So we're gonna go here to the dock. I'm gonna scout it around to see if we can find them away on board. Okay. Bam. So that's done. Castor, low-end data fence. Quite the achievement, isn't she? Senator Celis must be proud. You recognize the resonating voice of Castor immediately, and turn to see him hooded and tucked into the shadows near the viewing platform. Castor, I see you remember our game. Good. Oh, that's the dude we played the game with, who paid us a lot of cash for some Yatigan Heavenish data. Okay. He looks around, but the platform is clear. I'm afraid you'll have to wait for a rematch. Microgravity makes Stavla a little difficult, he smiles broadly. Castor walks out to stand beside you on the platform. The telltale clunk of magnetic boots accompanies his slow crossing. He notices you look at them. I don't much like it up here, he explains. I hear there was some trouble they have in the shipyard when they announced the result of the crew lottery. Well, they screwed us. I know, he sighs, meeting your eye. An ugly business. Celis are too used to the way things work in the core. Exploitation is the only logic they know. He gestures out at the side rail. You know why they build this monstrosity on the eye? Control. Certainly, there is no corporate oversight out here, but that's not all. He stares at the pristine yellow hull. Celis built it here, says Castor gravely, because they didn't want anyone to know it exists. He rubs his forehead. And secrecy is something I cannot abide. He turns to face you. There are people being loaded onto that ship as we speak. Sleeping people locked in cybersleep like the person that you were emulated from. There are hundreds of them, and Celis wants to send them out to a planet at the edge of the settled systems, without anyone knowing where it is. But you, Sleeper, can do something about that. You are like me. You deal with data. You can read it right out of the air. With someone like you on that ship, secrecy isn't a problem. You can ping back whatever I need whenever I need it, as long as you're on board. With you on the side rail and with some minor modifications, he pauses, you can be my eyes and ears. I will keep track of Celis' grand project through you. In short, says Castor, stretching, I can get you aboard, Sleeper, but I'm going to need you to help me. What if I disagree? Then I doubt you will find a way onto that ship out there. It's not just me. Yes, your friend Lamb, that can be arranged. It is difficult, but not impossible. The condition is, of course, that you go too. Oh, snap. Castor clunks closer to the window, watching the tugs wheeling around the side rail. It's a simple offer, and the only one that will get you on that ship. Please consider it. He turns back, silhouetted against the ship. But to make it happen, I need your assistance, as I said. There is a Celis Foundation ship docked in now empty shipyard. I need the data from its servers. This will allow me to produce the IDs necessary for your transit. Castor looks over his glasses at you. Celis aren't stupid though. Their ship is totally isolated from the station. You'll need to get on board if you want to access to their air-vault servers. Once you have the data, meet me at your friend's unit so we can give him the good news. He smiles. I noticed his importance to you, and the little one. So cute. You don't extract the data before the side rail horizon leaves the hub, then I will get the message. We have other options, but you are certainly my preferred one. But be sure when you act Sleeper. Once you take the data from Celis, you'll set off a series of events that will likely be hard for you to untangle yourself from. Either way, I recommend you stop asking around up here. You're bringing a lot of attention to yourself. Castor glances around, as if to emphasize his point. There are only a handful of cycles until departure, Sleeper. Make your decision. With that, Castor marches back off the platform, the sound of his mag boots fading away, leaving you to contemplate the sidereal horizon and the part it may play in your future. Whew. New drive discovered. Escape on the side rail. Castor has offered a second chance. If you cooperate, perhaps you could be living on the sidereal horizon after all. Okay. This is quite a conundrum here for me. I kind of wanted to explore other stories. And this seems like one of the victory conditions, after which there will be no way back. In several cycles, the sidereal horizon will set out. You will either be on board or not. Now, that's quite a conundrum, actually. Quite a conundrum. I'm not really sure how to, like, actually do that objective, though. There's bliss. There's so many things I still wanna do. And now we can't. There is one thing maybe that I could do, though. I'm thinking... Did I buy the scrap and stuff? No, I didn't. Okay. I'm thinking maybe I could, before I depart, back up the save, see the win condition, and then try to put the save back in. It usually works with Steam games. Hopefully the game offers me an option though. Celis ship. Celis Foundation administration ship. So we have to go here. Bluff past security. The fastest way to get to know the ship is by pretending to work there. A plan so bold it might even work. Or observe and explore. Careful observation and an instinct for security procedures will help you understand how to sneak on board. Okay, let's work on this thing then. Oh. Oh, really? Can't work on it anymore. Okay, we can do it tomorrow. It's no problem. But yeah, we have a new mission now, I guess. And I'll definitely go for it. Right, so I guess we'll get everything ready to win the game by living on the ship. Save Lem and his daughter, and then we're gonna go into the alternate timeline. Yeah, I like that plan. I like that plan. It's not really... How should I say it? It's kind of scummy, but I really don't want to play the game all over again, all the way up to this point to explore it further. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, end the cycle. Oh, these are some good dice though. Okay. So we have to do this one now, I guess. Observe and explore. There we go. Get all the information that we need. So now we have access to Sally's servers. 53 Cyro. Well, that's nice. If you're in, maybe if you do this right, you might be able to pull something more than just IDs. You find the data, but sitting right beside it, there is a cache of Cyro. You take both. Too easy. Well, I don't mind that. So now we have the data. Now what? Okay, we'll have to talk to Emphas either way here, so let's do it. Emphas is preparing for the Matsutake caps. He cleans them carefully with a damp cloth before shaving the stalks as if he was sharpening a pencil. His knife sliced through them, revealing the bright white of the flesh within. These are good, Sleeper. Very good, he says without looking up. I bargained with Minji for some kelp too, so we can brew the dashi. You know Minji? Emphas looks up from cutting with a smile. Everyone knows Minji. Emphas slides the sliced Matsutake mushrooms to one side and takes out a closed pan. He opens the lid and you see the green wafer of kelp sitting in a bed of water. Been soaking it since last cycle, Emphas explains. Should be good to warm now. He places the pan over the burner and turns it on low. We have some time now. He wipes his hands clean and throws the cloth over his shoulder. However, there is one difference this cycle, he smiles. You have been the one providing the ingredients, so it is my turn to provide a story. Okay. Good, the story is important to me. He gestures for you to both sit on the folding stools behind the stall. You see these? Emphas runs a hand over his forearm, tracing the circular scars that mark them like a perfect bite marks. Conaway called it an anchored interface rig, a mechanical control device for piloting a heavy-duty extraction suit in low-G industrial information operations. We called it a bone suit. He points to a pattern of larger circles on his shoulder. They drill in and anchor it here, then all the way down the arm. He taps each scar on the way. It maps mechanical movements to the suit exactly, and one-to-one mechanical replication. You swing your arm, a two-tone arm swings too. You should have seen the recruitment bits, strong people in even stronger suits, tearing through stone and scrap. Superheroes! Half my graduating years signed up, from company school to company shuttle, Conway from birth to death. He stares off into the distance for a moment, fighting with the memories. Well, doesn't sounds like it wasn't as good as on the propaganda, right? But the bone suits weren't good. The rate of failures was high, and failures meant arms torn off, anchors torn out, broken bones. Bad stuff. So after a while Conway discontinues them, no longer competitive, they said. He checks the broth, turning down the heat and adding the mushrooms. So there we were, hundreds of us with surgical alterations for suits that didn't work. They sent us home, back to that company colony that spat us out, to be cleaners, drivers, cooks. They gave us drugs for the pain and told us to make something of ourselves. When I deserted, bribing some passing spacers to take me into orbit, there were only me and a couple of others left. The rest just faded away, arthritis, osteoporosis. They folded in on themselves like pepper lanterns. That was my generation. The anchor points still ache, still burn. He touches the scars, but what burns worse is the betrayal. I've been on the eye a long time now, but that will never fade. Not that, and not the faces of my friends. Emphas reaches over and sprinkles a handful of leaves into the broth. It is ready. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. I will not let their story die, and as long as I'm telling it, it will remain. Emphas pours the broth into a double-walled metal bowl and hands it to you. The heat radiates through your hands, and the smell drifts up, rich and sharp, like a pine forest after the rain. You drink the broth slowly, chewing the matsutake and thinking. Emphas busies himself with cleaning the pans and the bowl, sealing the kelp back up for another day. Then he quietly comes to sit with you while you finish your meal. Neither of you speak, preferring instead to let the story linger in the air a little longer. It is not that there is nothing to say, it is that sometimes in the moments after something, speaking breaks the spell. So you both idle, eager to be in each other's company, Emphas taking longer over his cleaning, his packing, and you savoring the final dregs of broth. When you finally finish and hand him the bowl, you feel the spells break, and the story leaves you both. And as you leave, you know that both of you are somehow a little more empty and a little more full than before. Right, well, thanks for sharing the story, Emphas. We got an upgrade point. Achievement unlocked, Story Eater, cool. So now all we can really do is talk to him, and yeah, I guess that drive is complete, cool. Now, Caster. Curious data fence, okay. When you arrive at Lem and Mina's unit, Castor is already waiting outside, leaning beside the door. Forgive me, Sleeper, but Cells is already buzzing with news of the breach. I was expecting you. Will this work? Don't worry, the breach cannot be traced to the specific IDs I'm about to create. Castor reaches into a pocket and produces a sleek green and white hand terminal. The data, please. Hand it over. You hand over a drive with the data and Castor fishes around for a converter cable to hook it up. He slots it into the terminal and after some veering, a set of 2 transparent films marked with a numeric sequence are produced. 2 tickets to an uncertain future. Castor smiles to himself. The child will go with Lem, of course. He pockets them. These are yours, but first he holds out a white cube. Your side of the deal. What is it? Something to help us make use of you. He passes you the square, and you rest it in your palm, a small white perfect cube. Suddenly you feel a sharp pain and flinch. The cube jumps from your hand and rattles along the walkway. You look at Castor apologetically. Castor smiles. Not to worry, it has done its job. Now it is for you to do yours. You look down and see a tiny pinprick in the center of your palm. Nothing sinister. Castor pulls the terminal away. This way we can keep track of you and the sidereal horizon. I didn't agree to this. You did, Sleeper. Castor adjusts his glasses. You have to understand that I could have done this without you knowing. This way everything is on the table, so to speak. Castor hands you the transparent films, and you see a shimmering portraits of you and Lem flickering beneath the surface. Go, give them the good news. And he reaches across and buzzes the unit. Lem slides open the door, half dressed in his gear. Sleeper, what brings you up here? Come in. He beckons you inside. You look to the side, expecting to see Castor, but the wall is empty. The unit is cleaner, better organized than last time. Lem sits at the tin bar and gestures for you to sit. Mina's with some of the local kids. Someone has started doing lessons down the way. She seems to like it. You sit at the bar. What's up, Sleeper? I have some news. Out with it then, Lem laughs. I have Celis IDs for us. You have? Lem freezes. How? He blinks rapidly as if to wipe you from his vision. Does that mean... We're leaving. Lem stands up and paces around the unit. We have to pack. He starts laughing. Holy shit, we have to pack. He turns back to you smiling. How the hell did you swing this, Sleeper? I made a deal. What a deal! Color me impressed. You show him the ID films and he whistles at the portraits. Impressive stuff. He pats you on the shoulder. You should stay until Mina gets home. We can tell her together. Sure. The buzzer goes. That will be her. Lem gets up and opens the door and Mina, a bundle of energy and life, rushes into the room. What about? She shouts. Lem picks her up. Mina, you won't believe what they brought us. You flash her the passes and she looks confused. We are going away after all, Minnie. He lifts her up above her head. On that big beautiful ship. Mina screams and Lem laughs. He puts Mina down and she runs over to you and hugs your legs. I love you, robot, she says quietly, so only you can hear. I love you too. And while later, when you leave, you don't even think to check for Castor by the door until it's too late. You stop and turn halfway down the walkway, but there's nothing there. Even that little white cube is gone. So you keep walking back through the low end, deep in thought. Excited and scared all at once. Right. Achievement unlocked, the running game. Okay. So what happens if you don't leave, though? Sidereal departure. In several cycles, the sidereal horizon has been set out. You will either be on board or not. Ugh. Okay. Well, I want the lamp to be on board, but I want to stay. So... I don't know, we'll see how it turns out. Okay, let's go back here. So I'm thinking like, let's just play these cycles out real fast and see what happens. And then if the game doesn't let me stay on the station, I will just, you know, reload the save, right? That's the plan. Right. And the cycle. Well, I will copy the backup I did. Okay. Maybe we don't have to feed the kitty cat while doing it though, just to speed things up a little bit. I definitely feel like... Yeah, let's progress some stuff, for sure. Okay, let's not finish the steel though. Okay, so there's a steel thing, and here this thing still didn't come back, that's alright. Silly servers, well, we did this thing, so that's fine. Nothing left to do there. Heritage offices. I wonder if there was like another way to do all of this. Okay, my mushrooms are almost done. I think we go and grab some more spores. There. Farm stacks. I don't know, work for this. Just work. There we go. Okay, next day. Maybe the game will let me stay. That would be interesting. I would prefer that option. That would be really nice if it happens. But then we're gonna have Caster to deal with. Should be interesting. I wonder if he's gonna be pissed if you're not on board. I mean, I know I would be in his place. Definitely. I mean, I know little girl's not gonna be too happy. I guess we can also work on Yannick's thing. I guess the girl will not be happy for us not coming with, but it's like... I have my own reasons. I can use a tree relatively safely. It's just kind of a risky thing, but I guess we can do it. Oh no! I didn't want to finish this thing. Oh, now we're gonna get a story. Okay. Oh well. Tala stands back from the newly finished steel and tub, hands on hips. Look at this, she grins, the overlook distillery in all its glory. She squeezes you around the shoulders. Thank you! What's next? There's an issue. What's the problem? Well, Giraud the drink, as you probably guessed, is named after Giraud the mushroom. Don't worry, we can get some. That's what gives it golden color and earthy taste. The alcohol is infused with the mushrooms along with a mix of spices. That means you need Giraud caps to make Giraud, but no one wants to supply us. The distilleries on the Greenway are taking all the stock from the farms out there, so it's hard to get a single cap across Founder's Gap. However, I have an idea, she smiles. We can grow our Giraud caps here. She gestures at the increasingly equipment-filled back room. Are you sure I can bring you mushrooms? Tala gives you a pitying look. Where's your vision? Any outside supplier means they take a cut. Okay, maybe not you, but someone somewhere takes a cut. Tala puts a hand on the steel. We made a steel, we set all this up. How hard can growing mushrooms be? They don't need light, they barely need soil. We can do this, she pauses, or at least we could if we had something to grow them from. Like spores? Exactly. Suddenly you feel like you've walked into a trap, and you are the perfect person to get me the spores. She nods rapidly. Think about it. You build a steel, you're great with plants. You know the eye like the back of your hand. Need I go on? Are you flattering me? If it's working then, yes? She grins sheepishly. Look, I can't leave the bar and the other people picking up shifts. She grimaces. I'm saying it has to be you. Fine. Wonderful. You'll love it over on the Greenway, I think. All the fresh air, open space. She sees your expression. Okay, I'm done. She turns back to look at the steel and the fledgling distillery forming around it. It really is something though, isn't it? And want to or not, you really have to agree. Right, well, she's okay, so we have to input 1 groove spores. Right, so we can definitely do that. There's no rush with it though. Let's just focus on what's important right now, and that's to see where the whole story goes, and if it's gonna let us actually stay here on the station, because I want to explore more stories, right? I want to see where the Tala story goes. I want to see where all the stories go, really. So yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. So far though, the game did let me like do whatever I wanted. Like, there were consequences, of course, but I could have like refused to do stuff if I didn't want to do them. So hopefully that idea continues. I guess. So the ship leaves in what? In 4 cycles. So I guess after 4 cycles we'll get the chance to board it. And then if you don't board it, we're gonna have an angry hacker on our tails. And yeah, that might spice up the game a little bit. So in a way it might be pretty good actually, right? I think so. And she's like, you can't source the... She doesn't even know I have my own farm, I guess. Maybe she should have taken my offer on, right? Yeah, probably. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. Okay, we are down to 2, so we're gonna go and have to harvest some more, but that's okay. We can easily do it. Well, it is a little bit dangerous, but with a 5, hopefully we're gonna be fine here. There we go. Good. Go across, do a little bit of hacking, pass another day. Yeah, playing a little bit faster now, like really focused on what I'm doing. Let me know how that feels in the comments, of course. Hopefully it feels good though. Right. And one of these days, these cats, they will give us back something for feeding them this whole time. I think that's just a pipe dream though, it's not really gonna happen, but you know. It's alright. We are rich, so we can give back to the community a little bit. Okay. Let's go across. Make sure we have the spores for the next round. Ah, we would have them. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna reroll these. Oh, nice. I guess I can go and do the Yatagan thing, I guess. I mean, yeah, this Yatagan thing. Patrol the block. Okay. Right, and I guess we can go and collect some scrap. Both excited and worried at the same time about the whole deal. Wondering what it's gonna turn out to be. Really curious about all of that. Okay. Go across. I think we need to sleep like 3 more times here in order for the ship to be ready to depart. So we're gonna see what's up with that. Oh, this thing came back. I definitely wanna go and buy some. We have so much scrap now though, but you know, scrap is good. It's gonna be useful for different things, I'm sure. Especially in the... Okay, and this thing's still not back with some ship mine fragments. That's alright. We need to eat though. Hello there, my new friend. Emphis. Emphis the mushroom cook. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna put a stabilizer here. There we go. And I'm gonna end the cycle. So 2 more times, right? Okay, relatively decent dice here. I think let's just like stock up on spores so we have them when we need them. Although we already have quite a few actually. Okay. I think that works. The ship leaves with you, either you on it or not. That caster dude. He's like... I think he has some bad plans. I think like going against him might actually be a good thing in some ways. Although he put some kind of tracking thing into us, he will definitely not be happy if we double cross him. But it is what it is, though. We are doing it. If you're given the chance. Then Lem and his daughter. Maybe I can like... So here's where we met him. Caster dude. Okay. And I think one more cycle before we can go. They are cat after all. Sometimes they'll let you stroke them, sometimes they will not. Okay, one more cycle before this thing is ready to depart. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna depart. Just saying. Okay, let's go across. Get some more spores, I guess. That's growing nicely, so that's good. Okay, and the moment of truth is closing by really fast here. And I'll do like 2 more hackings here and then go to sleep, and we are ready to see what the future holds for us. There. To see what the game has in store. I guess the option will be board or not to board. Okay. I need a Yatagan agent. There you go. Okay, good. Okay. Poof. Poof, poof, poof. Let's eat, I think, though. This thing I dealt with, yeah, I did. I guess being a completionist is like, you know, sometimes harsh. Okay. Okay, end the cycle, and now let's see what happens. The moment of truth. Moment of truth. Lem and Mina. Well, we'll definitely do the conversation here. I want to see how the thing goes. There's a crowd, but you spot Lem and Mina immediately as you enter the dock. They are waiting at the cordon, where Sally's security are checking the crew in to board the ship. Those that manage to get up to the hub are crowded near the entrance, but even they know their chance of getting on board has long gone. Lem spots you among the crowd. Sleeper, we're here. They're standing beside a bag which looks to carry all the possessions they have. It's small enough to be carried in one hand. Yeah. Hi, Mina. Mina is vibrating with excitement. She seems strangely at home in microgravity, but then you remember that she has spent her whole life in space. Hi, Robot. You hand over the cell ID film to Lem, keeping your own. He turns it back and forth in delight. Where did your friend even get this picture, Sleeper? Looks like my old Conway ID. You look, and a shimmering younger Lem stares out of the film, harder and clean cut. I spoke to the guard here. He nods to the white and green clad security officer. They'll be doing orientation and role assignment on the board. Sounds like we're going to be working under the core crew. Kind of like an intern. He laughs. What do you think, Minnie? Am I too old to be an intern? Following Lem's lead, you inspect your ID. As you lift the film up to the light, you see something strange. Something that makes you flinch. The face printed in the film is one you recognize immediately, but it is not you. At least it's not how you look now. You squint at this ghost, confused why you hadn't noticed earlier. It is a picture you remember being taken, a memory that you didn't know you had. You remember signing the forms, the walk to the sleeper tanks, the cold metal floor. You remember the SNARP employee who helped you in, her smile clean and surgical. You freeze in place, thinking of that, of the you that still sleeps somewhere in an SNARP facility. that won't wake until you're recovered and disposed of. And now you're leaving. Will they even ever wake up? Sleeper, Lem interrupts your thoughts. These guys want us aboard. You stare at him without thinking, then notice the guard gesturing to you both to come forward. You all kick off and float over to them, steadying yourself off the guardrail. You hang back, letting Lem present his ID film first. The guard slides it across a white machine, much like the one Castor printed them from. You reflexively rub the puncture mark on your hand, even though there is no trace of it now. It seems to be your destiny to be someone else's too. Lem and Mina are waved through, the guard smiling at her excited face. Lem turns back to you to check you're coming. The guard beckons you closer. Well, I'm not gonna board, I'm gonna wait. So yeah, we made sure Lem and Mina board, and now we're gonna deal with the consequences of defiance here. You wait for a moment. You need to wait for a moment. This is all happening too fast, changing too much. There are so many questions you have, so many threats to catch hold on, so many side quests to do, right? And yet here you are, boarding a ship to who knows where on a journey that will take decades. Reconsider. Is this really what you want? How will you even survive? You suddenly feel dizzy, unsettled. You can make out the concerned look on Lem's face as you hold back. The guard gestures again. Mina's eyes, looking back at you, are so bright in the starlight. I'm gonna stay on the eye. Good luck, Lem. Good luck, Mina. There are other people on the eye that still need my help, so I'm gonna stay behind, help them out, and I guess fight Castor. You can't do it. You can't get on that ship. You turn away quickly, trying not to look at Lem, to look at Mina. To meet their eyes, you turn away and kick off hard from the guardrail. When you reach the far wall, you turn back. The scene continues in front of you as if nothing has changed. The next set of people are boarding. The crowds are still gathered at the cordon. The side rail horizon still blinks, its yellow hull bright against the stars. And there are Lem and Mina, gliding up towards the docking bridge, bag in hand. Lem is facing away, focused on the steady climb, but Mina is in his arms and is facing back towards you. You watch her face, confused, sullen, but twinkling with a growing excitement as Lem carries her forward. As you watch Mina, you think about your future, about the future you might choose. You know one thing for certain, that future is on the eye. You no longer have any enthusiasm for being carried forward by the dreams of others, for grand futures that unfold like angelic wings across the horizon. The future is being made now, on this spinning ring, among its people and systems, you are sure of that. But as you watch Mina disappear into the entrance of the sidereal horizon, and much later when you watch the ship pull away, you feel a sense of longing, a longing to be carried, not by the systems that spin the suns or by the corporations that run the colonies, but by the love towards an uncertain future, just as Mina was. That, you think, is the future you wish to make here on Erlin's Eye. Achievement unlocked, left behind. Oh, that also ends the game? Okay. Well, I guess I will have to load that backup save anyway then. Huh. Interesting. So far though, the game would let us like choose how we want to win, and so I guess if we choose to go with them, we would get like a different kind of achievement from Steam and a different story, right? So I guess this is one of the ways to win the game. I wonder if after this credits are done, the game will let me continue to play though. That would be really good. So we don't have to start over or, you know, do the backup save thing, which I would like to avoid if I can, but just gonna call it the separate timeline, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty nice chill game though, narrative. When I started playing, I thought it's gonna be way more tight, it's gonna be way harder, and it's always gonna be a struggle for survival, but after some point it really stopped being that. Not sure if it's a balance thing or they did it on purpose. Continue. So what now? Okay, we can continue playing. Good. Great. That's amazing. 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 Caster's pissed though. A strange choice. Caster stands beside you at the rail, watching the pinpricks of light from the side rail horizon's drives disappear. But here, perhaps not unexpected. You turn to look and Caster is beaming at you with an unsettling warmth. Aren't you angry? About what? He squeezes your shoulder. I only wish for you to exercise that strong drive of yours. If it happens to align with my own, then that is pleasing to me, but if it does not, I cannot punish you. Huh. Well, that is not what I expected. I expected him to be furious. What about Celis? Caster looks out to the stars. I will do my best to follow its progress, he pauses. The Celis Foundation is of more concern. Sandra Celis has taken a step back from the public eye. It seems more internal struggles are playing out within their pristine halls. Caster sighs. But I doubt core politics are of much concern to you. Caster moves down along the rail. The eye, though, that seems to be your primary concern, am I right? Well, I definitely have unfinished businesses. I don't think it's my home, and I still think I plan to leave, but I'm gonna answer the first one. I have unfinished business. Because that's why we stayed, right? To explore the story. So, he pats you on the back. Don't we all? It is the nature of life to leave things unfinished. I have more projects that I can count, so many games still to play and things to learn. May your future cycles be as fruitful as my own. Caster turns and starts to clunk away in his Mac boots. I will be keeping an eye on you, if you don't mind, Sleeper. He waves as he walks. My curiosity remains piqued. Once he leaves, you stay a little longer at the rail watching the stars, imagining the look on Mina's face when she sees Celis 1 for the first time. Imagining the excitement when she first touches its soil, the joy when she first stands outside in the rain laughing. Those images, though, they will not happen for decades and are what will carry you through this cycle and perhaps the next one too. Really, really cool. Okay, this is great. This is the perfect scenario for me. We continue playing. And we don't even have to tamper with the save. Well done, developers. I'm very, very happy. But that's gonna be it for this episode. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Let me know what you think about the choice. It was mostly choice to be made, so I continue playing the game because I'm enjoying the story. So I want to see more of it. So that is the main motivation, let's say, for making that decision. I still have the save file, and I guess after we are done with everything, we can go and see what happens if you choose the other option. And I think I will continue, like, since we are so far into the game right now, I think I will continue backing up the save each time before I play. So if there's like a branching thing that would be interesting to explore, we can come back to it later. Yeah. That sounds like a good plan to me. So yeah, let me know what you think. Give me ideas, comments, suggestions, criticisms, and of course, the most important thing to do not forget to like and subscribe. Right. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of Citizen Sleeper. TheNeomare signing out. Bye bye.